Hey you guys, it's your girl, Milo, and today we're talking about Hair Baby Part 2. And I know you guys saw my last video and you're wondering, wait, I have so many questions. Well, today we have our top 5 Q&A. Question number 1, which one was harder, Big Chop number 1 or number 2? Both of the big chops were extremely hard to, number 1, get used to. I remember my first big chop was an extreme shocker. So I went ahead and I just chopped it all off. Just, you know, crazy woman, like in the shower, hair all over the place, on the ground, just disgusting. After I cut it, I looked in the mirror and I definitely had like regret of what the hell did I just do? So it took a lot of research. It took a lot of like me loving myself. It was really, really hard as far as like the process, but my initial like, I'm gonna cut my hair and like my actual thought like, let's do this, that wasn't hard. It was just maintaining and like learning and having that self-esteem to rock like any type of hair that was hard. Now, with Big Chop number 2, as you saw in my previous video, yeah, it was way shorter than Big Chop number 1. Like, you guys saw it. It looked really short. So it was a lot harder for me to get adjusted to it, definitely at that short length. And I was so used to like my long curls, my thick hair. I felt like I kind of had to go backwards because I had to start over again when I felt like I worked so hard to get like my curly hair, my big afro, you know, growing, and then I had to kind of like go and start over, and it was hard for me. Question number 2. So what were the reactions to your natural hair? There were a lot of different responses to the way that people had for my first big chop. I had like a lot of people who either loved it or hated it, people who are like all in awe, and then I had people who are just like, you look terrible. My mom, when she first saw my hair and I had like the afro going on, I was so proud of my afro. Like I felt like, you know, Beyonce from Goldmember. Like I felt like Foxy Cleopatra. And I remember the first time she saw my face, like saw my hair, you know, the first exact time that she saw my hair without it being straightened, with it being in its afro and a TWA, she laughed in my face, like straight up. I'm gonna hold my stomach, hold the rail, you know what I'm saying, crying, tears falling out, like gut laughing, like, you know, it's the most hysterical thing you've ever seen. Yeah, a shot to my self-esteem. But I learned to kind of like sticks and stones, pick myself up by my feet, and it's pretty ironic because my mom is natural now. My boyfriend at the time when I first did the big chop, he did not like it at all, but I did have a lot of family and friends who absolutely loved it, so it just depends. The second big chop, people were so used to my big afro, my long hair, and so it was just really, really difficult because a lot of people were just like, no, we love your curls, and I was just like, yeah, I had to explain to them that my hair was like literally falling out, and this was the only way to get it back, you know, to like start over and treat it a lot better. Question number 3. So what did I learn from Big Chop number 1 and number 2? I learned not to dye my hair a million colors like you've seen in the first video with all the pictures. Yeah, I learned to just lay off on the dyes and, you know, just to like my natural color. And, you know, I get bored easily and my hair was so thick, I was assuming like, hey, my hair is thick, it can handle this dye, I got this, it's strong, I take care of my hair. And then all of a sudden, like, it started just shedding. Second thing I learned is to try to keep heat off of the blow dryer and the straighteners. Like once my hair started getting really thick, then I was like into the whole blow drying and straightening, as you saw in the last video. So I'm learning. I haven't put any heat on my hair in like a whole year, so I'm so excited. I'm trying to be heat free for 3 years. My plan is if I want to dye or if I want to straighten anything, I'm gonna dye and straighten some wigs, okay? That is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jack up a wig before I ever jack up my hair again. Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. I was doing really good in the beginning, and after 2 years, I was just like kind of getting lazy because my hair was long, and I kind of like got into like a hair cocky phase. And so, yeah, I wasn't really taking care of my hair. I was like, please, my hair is long enough. It's cool. No, it wasn't.
What is the most important thing you've learned while being natural?
Learning to love myself because it was so short. I had to literally start from the bottom.
Definitely learning to love myself, loving my curls, loving my short hair, and loving the inner beauty that would show out was something that was a huge gift with this second big chop. I just love being natural. It's an amazing experience. Question number 5. So what's your hair plan now?
And I am like letting you guys watch me, so I stick to it. My hair plan is to be 3 years without any heat in my hair. Like no heat, no blow dryer, no straightener, no nothing. If I want curls, I use a curl rod, stuff like that. But I'm trying to be heat free. And for 3 years, and also my hair is about 5 to 6 inches long. So it grew from like nothing, and basically I can pull it down and it touches the tip of my nose in a year. So it's grown like 6 inches in a year, which is okay. I'm trying to get it by next year to be at least 12 to 15 inches long. So I'm gonna be taking care of my hair and taking care of myself a lot better. So stick with me, and hopefully in a year I'll reach my goal.
Bye guys. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe below. See you next Friday.